This video is brought to you by DICE, the global entertainment content marketplace. We love creativity, and our Story Behind the Story series is aimed at showcasing the passion and enthusiasm of DICE partners. In today's video, we are talking with Dermot Givens, a prolific attorney based in Beverly Hills, California, and the creator of iMurderTV. In the video, we will discuss a plethora of topics, such as Givens' work as an attorney, the creation of iMurderTV, future projects that he will be working on, and much, much more. If you're a buyer and wish to acquire iMurderTV, or a seller looking to distribute your content out to a global audience, get in touch with us via our website, Konnect.digital, or via our email address, dicesales@konnectdigital.com. Without further ado, let's get into the interview.
Hi, I'm attorney Givens, and I'm based in Beverly Hills, California, and I specialize in representing murderers.
Okay, yeah. That is a very, very interesting job to have. So I'm quite intrigued to know a bit more about that job. What is it that you do on a day-to-day basis, and how does that work?
I'm a lawyer. I'm a trial lawyer. I'm a defense attorney. My clients are some of the most notorious criminals in California. I represent them at court, which means, and one of the hardest things of my job, and I share with my colleagues, is television and movies have ruined our capability to represent our clients because they think what they see on TV and the movies is real, and they want us to do what they see on TV, and it's not like that.
That's amazing.
It's not. That's fake. That's not even like, when you see the trials and stuff, I can't even watch that stuff anymore. It's dramatic, but it's nobody. That's not going to happen in a real courtroom.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, I think most people understand. Well, I guess to some.
No, they don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't understand it's not real. They think that's real.
Yeah. I think, well, maybe better way of phrasing it, I understand that a lot of the things that I see in movies, whether that be from lawyers and attorneys such as yourself, or people in the military and stuff like that, like just the way the physics of explosions of grenades work or something, it's not real. It's very dramatized. Right. But yeah, it's interesting to see how much it's affected your job.
Oh, extremely. That's just the heart. And as a defense attorney in I'd say in the United States, our legal system, you pay for your defense attorney if you want to. Okay. If not, you get a public defender. And most criminals don't want a public defender because it's just their job. They don't have a real interest in the case.
Okay. Yeah.
But 90% of the time, I don't know how much time, because I could talk, this is my life, I can talk about this forever. So if you ask me, I can explain it to you.
Yeah.
It's two things people don't realize. One, like if there's a big professional criminal, organized crime, drug dealer, or whatever, I can't be paid by the proceeds of his crime.
Yeah.
I can't take that money. Years ago, you could. The criminal could walk in with a briefcase full of cash, put on you. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
The court can take that money from you if they find out it's proceeds of it.
Yeah.
So people who pay me are usually not the client, which sets up a whole new dynamic. And I'll tell you a little secret. So the client is talking to his family. I'm innocent. Get me a lawyer. And they put, come hire a lawyer. I can't talk to them about the case. Yeah. Attorney-client privilege. So my client is telling me, hey, Mr. Givens, I'm guilty. Get me the best deal. The clients are like, Mr. Givens, he's innocent. Get him off. I got to do what my client says, get the best deal. He gets a 10-year sentence rather than a death penalty or a life. My client is bloody happy. He's like, oh, Mr. Givens, thank you. Yeah. I walk out into the courthouse. The family is like, we wasted our money. You were supposed to get him. They just kill me, and I can't say anything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this must be an awkward position for you to
it's
be
extremely
put in. Yeah,
and that's what people don't realize. And it can be dangerous too, because like it's substantial money they paid me, and now they think, and I can't say, it's like, and they want me to. No, I can't say. Well, I can't say anything.
Yeah, of course.
I just have to be able to walk away.
yeah. Confidentiality is a really important part of your job, of course.
Right.
And that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's great that you can almost kind of approach that with humor, because that must be a very difficult thing for you to have to do.
I have security with me in the case in court cases when I can tell that's kind of it might go that way, because it happens.
Yeah, of course.
You got to get to your car and get out of there, and I've been attacked.
Okay.
And it's not unusual for criminals, because it's funny, because they won't attack the police, they won't attack the prosecutor who prosecuted the guy, but I'm the closest person to them, so they take it out on me.
Yeah.
Not gonna mess with the judge, although the judge usually has a gun up under his robe. You've seen those where they go attacking.
Yeah.
If they attack me, I'm on my own.
Yeah. It's even though you're the one that's doing the most to help that person.
Yeah. So it can get crazy. Again, from watching TV and seeing it wrong.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I always get when I talk with my clients is they're far more interesting and complex than what's shown on TV. And most TV true crime shows or crimes about murder, they clue in on the murder. And the murderer is way more interesting. It's a character development. And I've worked with other TV producers, and they tried to get it, but they always they want the blood. If it, on TV, they say, if it has blood, it leads. You got to have the blood. But the character is way more interesting. So I decided to develop a show on my own to show the murderer and not clue in on the murderer.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that, because of course you've got 2 episodes up on the iMurderTV site at the moment, which are available on YouTube, and I watched both of them. And the focus on the character, specifically, obviously the cannibal, was the one I found very, very interesting, because the psychology of this person and the way it works, you could focus on the murders, but the psychology of himself.
Right.
And I did want to ask you, so the cannibal is played by an actor?
Yes.
So it is a drama, and it they are like, the actor himself is not the real criminal, but it's based off of clients that you've had.
Yes, and I'm glad you asked that, because that's what's compelling about the show.
Yeah.
It is scripted, but it has a reality feel to it. And these are reenactments of cases that I've done, and the actors have done an amazing job, because people think, when we show it, people think that's the real. Yeah. That's the real guy, because it has that reality feel. And the actors have just done an amazing job.
Oh yeah, certainly. And also credit to yourself and Commissioner Woods for also playing those roles, considering you're not actors.
And that's the reality part of it. Commissioner Woods is a real commissioner, and I'm the real attorney, and we're basically playing ourselves in an edited television version that's been scripted to highlight the murderer. So we think we've created something new.
I think so too, because of course, like watching those true crime documentaries or these very fictional, like NCIS or something like that. And obviously, they're very fictional shows. It's drama TV essentially. Your show falls perfectly in line in the middle, where it isn't. These are actors, but you're trying to convey the realism in what actually goes on. And I do also want to ask that, out of all of the ones, so how many have you filmed so far?
We have, I think, 5
that
have been filmed, 5 distinct stories. And they range the gamut. I don't know which 2 or 3 are on the website. But they range the gamut from the cannibal, who you saw, who the audience would say, hell no.
Yeah, of course.
To the guy who was like, why is he even in prison?
Yeah, that one I found very, very interesting. So I can't
that's
remember.
we want the bookends, and there's there's
Yeah.
thousands of stories, and we have women, we have just all different characters that people don't think aren't the stereotypical murderer.
Yeah, because that's another thing that I do love about your show is of course you might get the cannibal. Some people watch that and they go, no, I don't want him out of jail. He's a psychopath. But then you will find people that actually it's far more complex than you think it is. And then you find yourself relating to the character and you feel a bit of empathy for them. So I did want to ask, what is your favorite episode that you filmed?
Oh, well, it's probably the one that you didn't see.
Oh, okay.
Did you see Chicken Soup?
No, I don't think that's available.
Okay, that's an older woman.
Okay.
And she's Jewish, which is the chicken soup.
Yeah.
And she killed her daughter-in-law. She was famous. She was a wealthy. Her husband was the doctor, the big surgeon in the hospital, and she had one son who she was her life, and her son was just her entire life. And the son finally got married to this woman, and she hated the daughter-in-law because the daughter-in-law took her son, the only thing she had.
Okay, yeah.
And she was famous at her parties for making this fantastic chicken soup. She invited her daughter-in-law over, made the chicken soup, put the poison in it, and killed the daughter-in-law.
Wow.
And this is a true story. And she's just a nice Jewish woman.
Wow.
And she just transformed. When she talked about the daughter-in-law, she just transformed into this evil monster. But I think she's a meek, mild Jewish woman. I'm fine. I'm okay. But that bitch took my son. yeah,
that's interesting because, like you're saying, you're conveying two completely different personalities. You wouldn't think they're the same person.
You would not. And she was like, and her husband's died. Everyone's, the son has died. And she's still in prison. And she's like, I'm okay. I don't have anywhere to go. What? Don't bother me. Just leave me alone.
Okay.
And we're like trying to get her. Okay, you have money. Go buy a condo in Florida and live your life. This ain't a old folks home. Get out of here. She won't do anything. She'll just, I'm fine.
Yeah, so her demeanor, even after being arrested, is very just casual.
Right.
Yeah, I find that really, really interesting. The psychology.
A murderer who doesn't want to get out of prison. She's fine.
Yeah. I mean, because you do find that with some people, like even guilt. I remember on your YouTube channel, you have clips from the actors. How would you describe it? Like performing their roles for a reel, like an audition sort of thing.
Right.
And there was one where, again, I'm not sure what episode it would have been for, but there was a guy with a beard and he was kind of reading
baseball bat. We call that one the baseball bat. Is that the one?
Yeah, he says how he deserves to be in prison. Yeah, for killing his mother. Yeah.
Killing his mother. Yeah.
And that's interesting of some people just feel like maybe they deserve to be there or they don't want to leave. Right. And that must make your job incredibly difficult to try and help them.
Because no one should be murdered. But if you knew what his mother did, you would kill him. You understand?
Yeah. And that's another thing I really love about your show, diving into that, is on surface level, you think, oh, but all of these people are murderers, therefore they're bad. But it's like, it isn't as simple as that.
No.
It isn't as simple as that. Some people might be psychopaths or, mass murderers, but some of these people did that for a plethora of reasons.
Right.
And all of these people have very complex backgrounds, especially with that guy specifically, of how his mother abused him and was horrible to him.
Right. Not sexually abused. No. It was mental abuse.
Yeah. And that's very, very damaging to somebody's psyche. And then you're able to empathize and humanize those people a little bit more, which I think is a very, very valuable thing because it's very easy to dehumanize people.
Yes. That's what the criminal justice system in the United States is famous for. I'm actually working. I have a current case that has involved sex, race, and police corruption. Just started. And I'm doing a video diary of the case as it's going along. And I'm having the client also do a video diary. And just depending on how the case comes out, I'm convinced my client, and I never say this, but I don't know. And sometimes I don't care. My client is 100% innocent. Okay. So depending on, we have to let the system play out because we're early on. We've only had 2 court hearings so far. So, and our next court hearing is at January 11th. Depending on how the case plays out, I hope to make that into a series also.
Yeah, that sounds very, very interesting.
And it's like a very high profile case here in California. Okay.
Yeah. So is that going to be, rather than a dramatization or a TV series, a full-on documentary series?
Yes.
And yeah, that's something. So what stage are you at the moment in terms of production? Is it more just kind of writing it and storyboarding it?
Well, no, we're not even there yet because this is a real case.
Yeah, so you've got to wait for that to finish first.
So we're like I say, in the evenings or after I do a video, and talk about what happened that day. And I have my client do the same thing, like what he's feeling, what's going on in his head. So it's happening in real time.
So documenting it in real time is also very, very valuable because you're being honest about your position, where you're at, your thoughts and feelings on it, and where the case is going, rather than maybe revisiting something after it's happened, which I imagine some of your cases, on iMurder are revisited from past cases that you've done.
They've already occurred.
What do you find?
I have you know what the Pulitzer Prize is?
No.
It's the highest award a journalist can get in America. It's like the Nobel Prize, it's Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
So I have a reporter who's won a Pulitzer Prize who's following this story.
Oh, amazing.
But because of the court procedure, we're not doing any publicity or press conferences and all the stuff that you usually see, because I want to give the judges a chance to do the right thing up front.
Yes.
Without any public pressure. But I think this is going to be a huge case at some point.
It'll be very valuable because you're talking about your client being innocent.
Yes.
So it'd be very, very valuable to get
police corruption, and I say I can't even 90% of what I know I can't even tell other people, because if anybody is like, I'm gonna catch them in the bit. It's like an OJ case.
Yeah.
I'm not going. They said, Mr. Furman, did you? And Mr. Furman said, oh no, I didn't. Well, what about this? And if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. So this is one of those cases where it has everything: sex, race, everything in it.
And especially, onto that sort of topic, that's very important in 2021 going into 2022, talking about police corruption and race specifically. Talking about even the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and many other people around the world. It's really important to address this.
So I hope this is that case that's happening in real time, not after somebody's been killed. This kid could have been killed, but he wasn't. And the police corruption is just amazing. And I'll give you a little teaser. Video tapes all around. The prosecutor 2 weeks ago told me, oh, well, all the videotapes were erased.
Oh, okay.
The bail for my client before I got into the case, do they have bail in the UK?
I'm not sure.
You're not a criminal, so you don't. You know what bail is.
I know what it is. I'm just not very well versed.
My client was $500,000. He's at home right now with his mother. You know how much his bail was?
How much?
$50,000. I had it reduced from half to $50,000.
Wow. I mean, that is powerful.
I don't know. Do you know what Orange County is in California?
Yeah. I mean,
it's like the whitest. That's Trump country. The whitest, the white county in California.
Okay.
I'm black. My client's black. Case happened in Orange County. A judge in Orange County reduced his bail from $500,000 to $50,000. So I think something's happening. Something's happening in this case.
I mean, and that is actually a really, really good thing, though. Especially if you're saying that Orange County being the most white and the most like Trump-oriented supporting, for them to have that progression later than maybe other states in the US, that is a very important milestone for you to have, contributed to.
Because a black guy going into a criminal court in handcuffs is guilty. They don't need any evidence.
And it's just, it's a very important thing. It's not nice to think about, and there is appreciation for you documenting that. So people like myself who are more privileged can be informed, because these are things I wouldn't know about otherwise. It's only over the past couple of years that I've understood a bit more, and not just because of me, being a white upper working class man, but also me being from the UK.
Right.
So the justice system is completely different over here.
Right.
But I also,
we got a minute. I want to give you, because I love
go for it.
But I'll give you a clue, because a lot of the world paid attention to George Floyd's case.
Yes.
As a criminal defense attorney, let me ask you this: do you know why George Floyd was murdered? What was the crime that he allegedly committed? Do you remember?
I remember there was
passing some money, right? Fake money.
Okay.
Did you ever? I don't know how closely, but I asked you: did you ever see that bill? Was it ever introduced in the evidence? No. Because that's a lie.
Because I remember when it was first reported, the one thing I remember from the news outlet, not that obviously that this is fact, but what I remember was reported was that someone called the police because he was acting suspicious and they thought he was on drugs.
Right.
Or something along those lines. But none of that ever surfaced. The only thing that ever surfaced was the video of his death.
Right.
As far as I'm aware.
Again, the system hid the true, everything worked out, but the system hid the reality of what actually happened.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. And that is a very, very important question, because if what they said happened didn't happen, then why was he murdered? Because that's a man's life. Like a father was lost,
and we'll never know the truth.
Yeah, and that's for me, it's a very terrifying thing to think about. Being lied.
I'm black. How do you think I feel?
Oh yeah. For me, I would never know what it's like to be in that situation. But existentially, it's quite terrifying to think about. Yeah. And how
the police in America are out of control.
What would you say the difference is in making this compared to making iMurder?
It's not scripted.
It's
reality. It's reality. It's the reality of what in real time. That's what we're trying to capture of it happening in real time, not telling it after it happened, but telling it as it happened. So you'll see the ups and downs, and there's going to be victories, defeats, and hopefully we'll be able to capture that.
Yeah. No, that is honestly amazing. I'm very excited for that alongside iMurder. I think what you're creating is a very, very valuable insight to what's happening in the US right now.
Hopefully it's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's television. We want it to be entertaining.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, in America, we have the highest incarceration rate, more people are involved in the criminal justice system. So just about everybody in America knows someone who's in or been through the criminal justice system.
Yeah.
And so people are curious, and even internationally, people are like, "What the hell is going on in America?" You know, you know. So I think people are curious, especially like after George Floyd, and you know, true crime is a good genre, and we're just bringing something new to the table.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it is very, and it's also like we were discussing, the fact that people don't want to be lied to anymore. I feel like it's more prevalent now. Maybe that's because I was more naive when I was younger, maybe like 5-6 years ago. But, you know, you see what happens on the internet. People don't want to be lied to about what really happens anymore. And you're telling the truth. Especially with this new project. You're doing that in real time as it's happening. And I think there's a lot of value to a lot of people in that that people don't want to be lied to anymore, and it will be very valuable to even people in all generations and all walks of life. You know, it has been amazing to actually talk to you, so thank you for doing this. It's been genuinely really informative, like more than just kind of the entertainment of what's going on with iMurder, but having this chat, you know, it teaches me a lot.
See, that's my battle. And tell Sid I said hi. But my battle is, these projects aren't preachy. This is not to do good. It's entertainment. It's something it will be riveting, and so people, I think, will go, wow. Yeah. There's that wow factor to it. So that's what I want people to see. And if they get some if they get some legal or social consciousness from it, okay, but if not, I want it to be entertaining.
Yeah, and I think it will be. Watching iMurder, I was thoroughly entertained watching that. So the entertainment is there. I can say that from having watched that. But I also think, like, a quote that always resonated me from, I think, a man called Michael Stevens, is he always said, the best part about teaching someone is they've learned something when it's too late. So they don't know that they're learning until it's too late.
Okay.
And I feel like iMurder and this new project will have that appeal to it, is that people will watch it for entertainment, and they won't realize that they're actually learning something from it.
And that's why, like, subtly we want to put some law and all that in there, but it's not, this is what you need to do. It's kind of subtle.
Yeah, and I think that is an amazing thing.
There's one thing.
Okay.
Because, I mean, all 24 episodes have been written, they're scripted out.
Yes. Yeah.
But because they haven't been shot yet, we can kind of custom, and I talked to Sid about this.
Yeah.
Customize some of the episodes to include like a foreign territory or a person from a foreign territory, to include, like, you know, say if it's broadcast in UK, we could have a crime or something that's related to something in the UK, so the audiences in a international territory can personally relate to something in the story.
I think that is an incredibly great thing, and I think that will be very valuable to a lot of buyers worldwide, being able to adapt to that, and I think that'll bring more of the entertainment value as well. Okay. No, that's awesome. So thank you very much for chatting to me. I do really appreciate it.
You know, whenever COVID is done, I'm hoping to get to London. I used to get there a lot.
Awesome.
Since COVID, so I'll take you all out for drinks or.
Oh, that would be amazing. I'd love to, for us to have a meetup. That'd be phenomenal.
Okay.
Cool.
Jill said I said hi.
Yes, I will do. Thank you very much, Dermot.
Okay,
have a good day. Bye. What do you think of the video? Let us know down in the comments below. As always, you can get in touch with us via our website, Konnect.digital, or our email address at diesales@konnectdigital.com for business inquiries. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. Have a great day.